Hey folks, I'm the Mysterious JG, and welcome back to Let's Play. Can I actually get the title screen now? No, I have to skip past this first. We'll see which voice actor gives us the title this time.
Trials of Mana.
I think that's Kevin. Anyway, welcome back to Let's Play Trials of Mana. I'm the Mysterious JG. I'm starting this recording session off in a bit of a mood, so hopefully this cheers me up. As ever, I haven't made a secret of the fact that Trials of Mana has really become my chemo game. This is the game I intentionally don't allow myself to play, except for infusion weekends. Fusion weapons. That would be a nasty attribute to attach to a weapon in a crafting game. Fills your circulatory system with drugs that kill fast-dividing cells. No, but yeah, this is my chemo game. I make myself save this for the injection weekend, so I have something kind of fun and upbeat to distract myself. And I'm not going to go into the details of that for the umpteenth time, but on top of that, today I did something real dumb. I watched a clip of an 11-minute Tucker Carlson piece on, as I record this, the very recent mass shooting in Atlanta where a guy drove around from Asian massage parlor to Asian massage parlor murdering Asian women. Fun thing to talk about in my LP, I know. I spent way too much time this morning writing a lengthy thing about this on my Facebook, which you guys can't see because I don't use my real name. Because I use my real name and I don't use that on my channel, so it's not like I'm asking you guys to go look it up. Like, subscribe, whatever. But yeah, I spent all morning thinking about just how fucking disgusting Tucker Carlson is. It's another reason I need cheering up. Just the highlights in this 11-minute piece by Tucker Carlson where it turns out the real victims of the mass shooting in Atlanta are white men. Go figure. He directly blames Al Sharpton at one point for the mass shooting in Atlanta of Asian women. He strongly implies that what Asians really need to be afraid of is Black Lives Matter. And he sums up by talking about how Bill de Blasio is building an armed thought police, and they're coming for you. The last mention, by the way, he makes in this 11-minute piece of the actual Asian women who were murdered. It's about 3.5 minutes in, where he strongly implies, not inference, heavy implication, they were all prostitutes. So, let's play a game where our lead character, she's not Asian per se, but it's a Japanese fantasy game, so everybody's kind of Asian. And she doesn't take shit from people. Like, if she met Tucker Carlson, he would get doppelganger. And with that, I'll try to actually get the fuck out of the politics for a minute. So, I did do a little off-screening. I certainly don't need to be doing off-screening now. Our characters are strong enough to get to the end of the game. But they don't have all the skills and everything yet. So it's not, like, fruitless to be leveling them up. Because, you know, there are things that they all haven't unlocked yet. Although, honestly, I very much tried to focus in on getting the critical stuff first. So the things that are missing are of limited import. But our base stats will go up as we level, blah, blah, blah. There's post-game content, which I do intend to do without doing a New Game Plus. I'm going to try to just play straight through on this, through the post-game stuff. And I did my off-screening in the dungeon we're about to go to. So treasure chests will have already been opened. I got all the way to the room where the final boss was waiting on the other side of a cinematic scene, and I just ran around in there fighting monsters. So forgive me, oh innocent ones. But we will go through the entire dungeon on camera and let you guys see, and then we'll fight the boss. I even fought against the boss one time and found him to be particularly difficult, considering our overleveled status. Not one of the easier bosses in the game, and it might just be because I'm not doing a particularly good job at avoiding his attacks, but he's got some real doozies. Like, if you don't stop him from getting his ultimate attack off, it is going to kick your ass. Might be one of those where it's not even based on your defense. It just always does 90-something% damage regardless of defense, and never party wipes. It always leaves you in critical. Sometimes they have attacks that work that way. Here's our two meowchants, which is exactly the kind of pun I would expect from this game, and doesn't mean I should be using them myself. So I get a little hydration there before we jump in. Give Angela a chance to pose. But yeah, there's that image on the moon tower, that kind of monster face. Remember that. We might be seeing that face again later. So we came in here and had brief dialogue with Gourmand. There are various rooms that had like just a treasure or something in them but don't lead to advancement. That was not one of them. That was just a room that had monsters in it. This room had a treasure but no monsters. I'm not going to bother to fight that first room of monsters because we'll be seeing all the monsters eventually. This was where a little cactus was. We were able to get it quite a while ago. And in this room, there's 2 different places where stairs go up. So what kind of enemies we got in the wolf or the moon reading tower? Well, not that shockingly. We're going to fight some wolfmen, which are interesting because they actually have different elemental weaknesses. The silver wolves are some kind of like holy wolves who are weak against. They are weak against holy. They don't remember if they're strong against anything. I think we would have seen it by now. But they're definitely weak against holy. But we will be coming across some... We can't make that assumption about all the wolves. Hey, we've got a question. See, that's unexpected. But yeah, that's not an assumption we can make about all the wolves. For example, here we've got a grizzle wolf, which I think was called blood wolf in the previous, rather than the fan translation. It is not weak against holy, although it doesn't say it's resistant either. I think it was weak against earth, maybe? Or maybe it's not weak against anything? Or maybe the camera angle is not helping me here. Oh, holy has no effect on silver wolf, so yeah. Damn it, game. Okay. It's not ice. It's not weak against... Well, nothing is weak. It's specifically shown as weak against Doppelganger. Because that's kind of an all-elements thing. I feel like I've just hit upon the angle where I can't see people's weaknesses properly. Like the text isn't showing up. It's being covered by background or something. I thought he was resistant against something. But a minute ago, didn't we see that he's... weak against holy, which I suddenly can't show. Surely we can see it from this angle. No effect. Okay, these guys don't seem to have an elemental weakness. I thought there was some specifically dark-themed wolves. They were like absorb dark and were weak against holy, but I guess it's just these guys don't have an elemental weakness and silver wolves specifically absorb holy. It sure seems to be doing a flame-oriented attack, though. Oh, and pretty much anything still goes down to Doppelganger, so I'm not sure why I'm not using it. There's a little bonus experience for us. Anyway, as you can see, either of these 2 steps paths we came up the stairs wouldn't really have mattered. Both of them are connected directly to this path, which is where we actually need to go. And we get more werewolves running around, but now they're joined by a Camilla. Oh no, Succubus, excuse me. Camilla, I think, might be a boss name later, if I'm remembering correctly. She will, unsurprisingly, absorb dark. Are these guys absorbing? Or no, it's no effect. She absorbs dark, and she's weak against Holy Bolt. Well, and just Holy in general. She's also weak against whatever it's called, Lucent Beam, the high-end version. Which I'm about to demonstrate by wiping her out with it.
Come on! Let's spend some of that hard-earned money.
I haven't heard that one from her before, that I've noticed. We got some kind of not particularly interesting hobgoblin variants, a couple more werewolves.
All right.
I'll beat him up because there's a Camilla in the group and it's...
Clear your way.
She has an interesting death scream. It's not a Camilla, it's Succubus. I mean, clearly, she's a prostitute. You know that, she's working in a massage parlor, right? GG, knock it off. This is not helping you get out of the foul mood. Oh, I was about to say, am I out of MPs? No, I'm just not close enough yet.
Watch out.
It's a gob fiend. It's a gobshite.
Easy peasy.
And we have a path with opportunities for you to fall down to the floor below and a treasure at the end.
This one is so
Annoying.
annoying. Too much for you. Alright. Does this tower have a top floor?
And does that top floor have a bathroom or vending machines? Save partway up if you want to. And I guess this wouldn't be an easy dungeon if you hadn't leveled up at all, but
This one is so annoying.
I guess the one who charged Angela had the right idea. He's the only one to survive for more than a few seconds.
No time to celebrate. Let's get moving.
We got a hand axe. That's a big deal, guys. It's gonna be a game changer. Let's just stick with the doppelganger this time. I believe that will also kill the succubus immediately.
You wish.
Yeah, I mean, considering that doppelganger is considered her second best third form spell after the meteor spell that we can't use because we didn't go down the right path for that, it's pretty fucking good. And then her other dark class has a single target annihilate spell, which was called the death spell and significantly more impressive in the prior, the fan translated version, excuse me. And then she's got something called like Twinkle. I don't know what the hell it's called. It's like Rainbow Dust or something in her other form, where it's just similar. It's like multi-target. It's just not quite as effective. I think I'll just skip by these guys. We've killed all of their ilk before. Ghost? Oh, you cast this. She cast a spell called Ghost. And this is a case where we actually had to go down a floor because they kind of set it up so that you got to go down, then back up. One of them mazes. First time I noticed that mechanic, I was worried it was going to get pretty complicated. It really doesn't. And to the extent that you can get lost in this game where they give you these golden thingies to follow, little star symbols, makes it so much easier to navigate.
You wish.
Oh, those guys didn't even survive the first hit of that, like, 4-hit spell. And we got more question seeds. So I did not realize that. The drop rate amongst these guys seems to be better than against some of the enemies I was grinding for them against. But no matter. Now we are on the final floor. We can't get up these stairs because they're busted, but that's the final party of regular monsters we need to deal with.
All right.
This
Clear your
might
way.
be right.
Just getting started.
Yeah, it's a little bit more powerful now than she was in the first section. Angela, not the best character to use, although this game is pretty gentle with you in the beginning chapters, but she is not the one you want at the beginning of the game before she has magic.
Leave it to me, rookies.
Oh, Puppy!
Take
Puppy used its flame breath to break up my attack.
You wish. Let's hurry along.
Puppy actually putting up a better fight than pretty much any other enemy in the game. So there's a couple werewolves there that there's no particular reason to fight. Here's the last party before the boss.
This might you wish.
But as always, they're really no match for Doppelganger. One of them actually did get outside and survive, but just Duran dispatched it pretty quick. Got a gold item seed and a gold mana statue. And now we should be ready to... Again, I spent a lot of time here off screen. None of the treasures, other than finding a little cactus on this floor, were really exceptional. An exceptional warrior, but it's not a bad little dungeon. It's kind of fun, kind of short. Would be a little bit more complicated if you didn't have the gold stars telling you exactly where to go. But I did go into every room, even the ones that showed monsters but no treasures inside, just to see what was up with them. They just didn't really have things that were important enough that you really need to see it for yourselves. Don't feel like you're missing anything here. So come up to the top of the Dark Moon Tower, or the Moon Reading Tower, and see what's up. Oh, here's what's up. There's no way we could have fought this god beast without climbing this tower. Which he's apparently hanging on to the side of. I do appreciate that they're giving us like a giant monster boss. I think that's pretty cool.
Why is this Benevodon so big?
Complain about this thing later. We can't turn back now.
Oh, well, even with the computer controlling her, she went to Doppelganger, which is pretty cool. So we are going to want to use... See, I don't know if there's a point in striking all these different sections. But it's worth using Dark Horse. I think we use it on left arm. Yeah, it's showing stat. Well, his whole body's showing stats down, so maybe I don't need to do it on multiple body parts.
Come on.
Don't keep me waiting.
So I believe we'll find it has no particular weakness. Oh, one treasure I did find, which I didn't bother to note, is there's an accessory slot item that makes you take half damage from moon magic. I don't think I'm going to bother to use it, because what I noticed was when I use it, it's like the same as the wood thing. I just suddenly, whoever I put it on becomes vulnerable to status ailments they're not usually vulnerable to, and I find that more frustrating than anything else. So it doesn't have any particular elemental weaknesses, which means probably just need to stick with Doppelganger. It's our strongest overall attack spell against things that don't take increased damage from something else. Now he's going for half Eclipse. Don't understand exactly what that does. Seems to be going pretty smoothly so far. I had some trouble goofing around with it off camera. Oh, but this gravity crush is the problem. Need to get the hell away from this thing. Because it hurt. Oh, and he's going to go for Moon Saber, which I'll need to take off of Duran. Because it'll make Duran heal him. But honestly, there was some nasty stuff he did before that he just didn't pull out that time. I think I just got hit by that full eclipse or whatever it was. Okay, I'm surprised at how... That was a little smoother than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to lose. I feel like there was some moves he just never got to do because... I was trying different things last time, but just spamming Doppelganger kind of makes it a non-entity. And as you can see, I am over-leveled because fighting that boss didn't even give me a level up. So now, annoyingly, it's going to take us back down to the bottom of the tower, which will actually make it harder to get out. I would think if we were at the top of the tower, Flamey would be able to pick us up easily. But actually, I guess it does. It drops us. If it drops us where I think it does, I think we can Flamey out straight from here, probably. Yeah, we can. If we want to save, I want to hit another slot, though. Oh, I wasn't anticipating this long of a load screen. Probably should have just saved whenever I pick the next dungeon we're going to go to. Alright, so we'll save. Flamey can't pick us up here, I guess because of the tree cover. You can't get through the canopy of the Dusk Moon Forest or whatever. But we will get out on the next screen, and I got 2 Benevodons in the last video, but only because we were right before the boss fight with the Benevodon when I entered the previous video where we didn't get far enough to fight a Benevodon. So if I can maintain a rate of 1 Benevodon per video, that's not too bad. Back in the old days, Let's Play somebody recommended I link in the description. I haven't bothered to do that yet. But yeah, if you were to seek out the old one, we only had 15-minute videos back then, but sometimes those Benevodon fights and getting to them took a minute in the old game. The fights were a lot slower because, well, the menuing was a little bit slower. And some of the big name attacks the enemies did, even if, like, there was no dodging them. You always got the full animation of these attacks every time. I picked up stuff like Succuba Claw, Dragon Scales, which I'm just never bothering to use. Maybe they'll finally come into their own in the post-game. I haven't found it difficult enough for them to be required. And can't call Flamey from here. I thought I could. And I really would think you could from the top of the tower. So maybe we'll come back to the screen. Maybe it'll let you call him from a screen with from a screen with a gold statue. But now I'm thinking we're going to spend the rest of this level just getting out of the frickin' woods. Navarro Fortress is the home to an infamous guild of noble thieves. These agents are led by FlameCon and proficient in ninja tricks. The battle that we went through in Altania Fortress would have happened in Navarro Thief Land. Had, like at that same point in the story, when trying to get Fairy back, we would have gone through a whole sequence there, had we not just gone through something with Altania. I guess if Death Jester is your foe, you probably fight him in the Beastman Kingdom, but I don't really remember. So, Twinkle Rain. That's a thing.
That's sweet! Defeated Benevodon! Only 5 left. Don't stop now. I think we're getting the hang of this. I'll save you, Mother. I'm on my way.
Motherfucker. Sorry. That's not what you meant. So, who's next? We got, Burning Sands. We've got Palo Port. No, that's not right. I'm supposed to be looking for the golden symbols. Oh, we got the Wind one in Laurent Kingdom of Wind. That's a fun fight, if I recall correctly. At least it has really fun music. We've got Mole Bear Moors. That must be the one of Earth. And Frostbite Falls, Minnesota. So that makes sense, right? Fire and water, earth, and wind are all that's left, because I got the 3 goofball elements, and the Benevodon of Darkness has disappeared, so we don't have to worry about that one. There's no way that the ultimate God Beast of Darkness will show up and be a threat. So that being the case, what feels the most threatening? Probably earth or fire. Ice beasts can be tricky in these games, but they never quite worry me that much. Here's the Crystal Desert, which will be the final dungeon. Ish. There's actually a little something you do after you get to this big dragon mouth place, but it's not really like this will be the last full-on boss dungeon. I think I've already mentioned it before, but there's other boss dungeons for the other outcomes, depending on which of your protagonists. Like this place, which we don't even get to see the name of because we can't land here. Oh, Night Cavern, we do. I think this is where we go if the boss is Hawk's Path. And then the Kevin Charlotte path has something called the Mirage Palace in the Forest of Illusion. I guess that's not it. It's somewhere. Somewhere there's a Forest of Illusion. Whatever. I don't know. Earth or fire. Let's go after the fire one next. Let's go after the earth one next. No, let's go after the fire one next. I'll do fire, then I'll do earth, then I'll do wind, then I'll save ice for last. Because for whatever reason, I just find it the least threatening of the elements. There's no logic to it, really. I guess I could think about what order did we get them in, because in theory, I'm trying to beat the toughest ones first, so the elements we got early are the most threatening monsters, but we got Holy first in this game, and I went after Light Gazer first, because I just figured Holy Element could be dangerous in this game. Holy-themed enemies do tend to be kind of nasty in these RPGs. But anyway, we're at the Burning Sands. We've been here before. Our merchants are there. I'm not even going to bother talking to them. I have no reason to believe they have new gear. We even saved up all of our blue points. We didn't use any of them against that god beast. I've already forgotten his name, but the Land Umber is the earth one. Dolan, please select Dolan to be defeated. I only serve Doros. But that big moon beast is kind of a cool looking monster, but it didn't really show us much. I swear it gave me a little bit of trouble when I just, like, pre-fought it off screen.
Leave it to me, Wookiees.
Oh. I guess there's still ninjas hanging out. And they're shadow menaces.
That was easy.
So the ninjas have not given up on defending this place, I guess.
Fine then. Here I go.
Like here, I'm pretty sure we've already fought the enemies in this area. And then we'd have to get to the next... We'd have to get to the next zone before we'd come across stuff we haven't already fought. Stop jumping into the fires, you dummies.
Careful. It's the enemy.
For some reason, ninjas have teamed up with fire beasts. Swordster might come out of this in one piece. Actually, are the ducks armored too? Yeah. Okay. Well, eventually it broke their armor, but the armored beasts do tend to survive if you don't soften them up at least a little. Silver item seeds. We will not be earning... yeah, we've definitely been here, because I did not off-screen in this place at all. But we've got treasure chests we've already opened, so I'm pretty sure that we fought here before we fought Bill and Ben, or whatever the hell we did here. And got the fire elemental. But there's something coming up ahead where we couldn't pass that now we will no doubt be able to pass. And of course, we've already got a little cactus from here. Little cactus, I guess, comes from Legend of Mana. I just saw an ad that Legend of Mana is coming to modern systems as a remake. Got mixed feelings. Like, if I didn't have a lot of other things I wanted to LP, I might give that another chance. But I remember playing it on original hardware back in the day as a rental and thinking, this game's really beautiful. Lovely design, lovely sound. The fact that there's no fucking story was bothering me. And if you actually go check out the preview teaser movie for it, it's weird. They throw in all this weird text like, love me, I will bring you everything. And I'm like, you're a fucking old Squaresoft game. You will not be my everything. And if you are, I'm sadder than I thought I was. You is a jerk. Sorry, but you just needed to be killed specifically by the forces of darkness.
Don't keep me waiting.
For this healing. Okay, these are too many guys. It's not worth the trouble. I think we got another gold statue because I think this is right before we had our boss fight. The last time we cleared this dungeon, but there will be additional screens that we couldn't access before, which we will now access. It'll be exciting. Night and day doesn't make a huge difference when you're in a lava cave, I suppose. But what hopefully will make a difference is that next time we should be going to areas of dungeon you have never seen before. I hope it'll be fun for you. My mood's already getting better. As I don't think about... Okay. My mood was getting better. And I'll make it get better, or even more betterer, next time. See you then.